Nanjing Successful International Trading Limited. We are an apparel maker. Our products ranges from woven jackets to knitted wear. We work with many brands in Europe, UK, and USA, like Givenchy, Diesel, Max Jenny, Giantash, and etc. And we also work with many designers there. So some design products uh, are very popular. So we accept a small order like 50 pieces per style. If you are a designer or a wholesaler, we are very happy to work with you.
Hello, welcome to Sourcing Talk, Supplier Stories, a live stream series from global sources, your go to guide to verified suppliers since 1971. My name is Melanie, and I'm happy to be your host for today's Sourcing Talk. Today's episode is being held in connection with the Jiangsu online show, which opened last July 22 and will be on until July 31. It's a virtual trade show that this is the first ever sourcing show featuring suppliers from Jiangsu province. If you're not familiar with Jiangsu province, it's one of China's s- high exporting provinces, ranked second in fact in 2021 in terms of total export value. They exported $504 billion worth of goods. So our topic for today will be sourcing from Jiangsu, and we are lucky to have found representatives from the Jiangsu manufacturers who are part of the Jiangsu online show. We'll be asking them about the advantages to buyers of sourcing from Jiangsu suppliers. We'd like to ask them what are the strengths and capabilities of Jiangsu manufacturers? What's the advantage to buyers from the international community of sourcing from them? So today, we're happy to have representatives from Nanjing Six Fu. The production manager is Stone Lin. Good morning, Stone. How are
Good
you?
morning, Melanie.
You're calling from Nanjing, the capital of Jiangsu, right?
Yes,
I haven't been to Nanjing or Jiangsu province, so for a first-time tourist there, what place would you recommend I visit or not miss when I go to Jiangsu, if ever?
just come and eat here.
Any particular dish?
Uh, Mapo tofu,
Mapo tofu. Well, I know the
gumo
name.
food.
So a bit spicy, is it?
Yeah, very spicy. If you like spicy food,
I can try that. So, can you introduce Nanjing Six Food to our international buyers? Just a little bit.
yes. First, we are a 1964 International Trading Limited. We are an apparel maker with 15 years history. Our hottest selling product, as we said before, that's women's coats and a jacket.
Hmm. All right. So we'll talk more about your product line in a few minutes, Stone.
Mhm.
In the meantime, let's meet our other guest. This is Sara Wang from JIAYE Technology. Good morning, Sarah. How are you?
Good morning, Melanie. Yeah, I'm fine. How about you?
Good. And how's the weather? You're calling from Suzhou, are you?
Yeah, Suzhou.
Mhm. How's the weather
Um,
there?
now it's very hot,
Is it?
around the 40 degree.
Well, 40 degrees. That's even hotter, I think,
Yeah, yeah,
where
yeah,
I
yeah.
am now. But is that a heat wave? Is that normal this time of year, or is it an extreme temperature?
Not normal. Maybe just this month, I think. Maybe 3 weeks will be high temperature.
Oh, okay.
Still
So
maybe
it
notice.
just
Yeah, still is Nanjing and Suzhou is very near.
oh,
Yes.
your neighbors. All
Yes,
right.
yes.
Sarah, can you introduce your company for a little bit?
Oh,
What
introduce
is your,
my
yes,
company.
yes, just
Oh, yes.
let our international buyers know a little bit about JIAYE Technology for starters.
Okay. And my company is JIAYE Technology company. And we are factory. But our factory is in at Yancheng City. No, yeah, Jiangsu Yancheng City. But our office is at Suzhou City. But it's very near. Maybe from our office to our factory by car, maybe just 1.5 hours. So it is
Mm,
very near. And our factory mainly do nitrogen generation generator and oxygen generator and hydrogen. That means
mm.
gas gas generator and the purification system. We can
Oh,
do nitrogen, oxygen,
okay.
hydrogen, all of these
All right.
gas.
Okay.
And
So
we already
our
do this. Yeah. Okay, you start.
okay. We'll no, we'll thank you, Sarah. We'll discuss your products in a bit. So for our
Mm,
international buyers, now we have Stone, it's an apparel company, and Sarah's company is a gas purification, specializes in purification. So with that, maybe
okay.
we can go to the main topic, our discussion, and it's all about sourcing from Jiangsu. What are the strengths and capabilities of Jiangsu manufacturers and companies? So let's go to the first question, and
Mm.
maybe I'll throw this first to Stone. Stone, what are your company's hottest selling products for this year, and which markets are driving the trends? Stone.
Yeah, I'm here. So our hottest selling products is in our background, the women's uh, jacket, coat, and the driving demand. I think this year we trying to export to USA because we think that the demand is rising there. So now we have orders there because previously we only work with European customers, but this year we now work with USA customers. I think this is a good change and increasing.
Oh, so previously you were more your primary market was in Europe, but this year you have ventured into North America.
Yes,
Yes,
majorly in United States.
the United States. All right. So you mentioned that it's in the background. Yeah, you have coats there. So is that just women's coats, or do you also do coats for men?
Yes, but women's clothes are the major
Oh,
products. Yeah.
yeah. So are these coats for summer or winter already?
Uh, both. Uh,
Well,
yeah.
all right. So women's coats for Stone Lin fact company Six Fu. How
Mhm.
about for Sarah? Sarah, it's Stone's company is
Yes.
totally different from yours. Yours is in gas.
Yeah.
So yeah, what are the hottest selling products for your sector, and
Uh,
which markets
oh,
are primary for you?
yes. Our main market will be Asia market, African market, and South Africa market. This is the three market is our main market.
I see. So, what products are for the Asian market and what products are for the African market, or are they the same?
Uh,
What is the hottest
Actually,
selling product?
hottest will be oxygen generator and the nitrogen generator, and all of these three markets will be similar. And as you see, last year the oxygen generator is very hot because the hospital need it,
Mhm.
and the oxygen generator mostly is used for hospital. But actually, for nitrogen and oxygen, it all can uh, used for industries, many different industries.
Mhm. Okay, so for your company, the hottest selling product is oxygen generators, and I guess this is because of the health situation of the world, right?
Yes,
More more
you
hospitals.
mean how to sell?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, we always do export to contact with the customers in their local markets. Maybe
Oh,
we export, they do import, and they sell to their customers.
okay.
Because
All
for
right. So go ahead.
yes, yeah, because you see, our gas generator and purification system, it is the big equipment. So sometimes our factory will do some bid or tender like this. That
Mm,
means the
okay.
big program.
All right.
Yeah, for the project like this.
All right. So thank you, Sarah. Um, our second question is, so you mentioned your hottest selling products and the markets, which are your primary ones. For the buyers who are interested in your products and your product
Uh,
range, how do they take advantage of market trends? How can they stand out from their competition? Of course, this is from your point of view as suppliers. What is your advice to buyers? How can they stand out from their competition? Let's
means
go to Sarah. Okay, you go first. What's Can you tell us what is your advice to
oh,
buyers
sorry,
of
stone
your
stone don't
product?
go first.
No, Sarah. Yeah, I said Sarah. What is your advice to buyers of your product in taking advantage of market trends? How can they stand out from their competition?
Firstly, because for the big equipment, always the customers will trust the factory, and we are factory firstly. So, and our factory already do this gas separation, this error around more than 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so we are factory. This is the first advantage. And secondly, for our products, uh, the price is more competitive. And secondly, our product, the capacity and some purity, I mean the product performance is more stable. And uh, thirdly, and more important is about the service, because for the machine and the equipment, the service is very important, and we can guarantee more than 1 year's the guarantee, and
Mm-hmm.
always for any time, if our customer have any questions about our machines, they just can call us, because we can do service online, and always do like this.
All right. So
Yeah.
I guess what you're saying is that for buyers, it is important to quality. and
Yeah,
service,
quality.
after sales
Yeah,
service.
yeah, yeah.
So to stand out from their competition, your buyers as well should be able to ensure product quality and after sales service. Those are good. Those are good points for your buyers.
Yeah.
How about
Yes, yes.
thank you, Sarah. How about Stone? What would be your advice to buyers of your product? How do they stand out from the competition? Because the
Uh,
apparel and fast fashion market is very competitive. So, from the point of view of a supplier, what would you give your buyers as advice to be competitive?
okay. We are in fashion industry, so for the buyer, they are selling clothing or women, ladies clothing. So the the most important thing is the apparel has to be nice and of more design, right? So if the buyer wants to stand out of competition, I think they have their own design, their own stuff, their design, their things different from others. So as in the background, our clothing, when we sell, you don't see anywhere else. So so people when people want to buy or when ladies buy, they wear the clothing you don't see anywhere else. They will feel more personality they want to buy. So
Yeah, that's
so
quite
so the advantage is that you have to be different, I think.
thank you, Stone. Yes, you're in fashion, and like you said,
Mm.
people want to be unique and to stand
Yeah.
out. Their clothes are their fashion statement. So people want to be unique and have their own style. So, for your buyers to be competitive and stand out from their competition, your advice is for them to come up with unique designs, and this will
Yes.
make them stand out. Yeah, that is very good. So, the artistry and I guess the sensibility, their ability to forecast designs that will be popular will be important. That's the main advice you give, right? For your buyers. Stone?
Yes. Definitely. Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly. So that's nice. Now for our third question, seeing as you know, I guess you're familiar with the global sources communities. There's 10 million registered buyers and suppliers in the global sources community, and those who are watching our show who are not yet maybe part of the global sources community will be looking for companies like yourselves. And now, since you are in Jiangsu and part of our first ever sourcing festival in Jiangsu, what would you tell them if an international buyer who hasn't sourced from Jiangsu comes to you, visits you in your office, and they want to know what's the key advantage? Why do I have to source, or what? Why should I source from Jiangsu rather than someplace else? What does Jiangsu have to offer? What is the unique key advantage of Jiangsu? I know you have a lot, but I'm trying to ask you to give the key advantage. Let's go to Stone. Would you like to answer that question first?
Well, the key advantage, as we are in fashion industry, so everything moves very fast. So the key word for our business is that we have to be fast. Fast. The design changes every year, even every season. When we course of this season, we change to another season, uh, changes and move fast.
How do you ensure that Stone,
Um,
that you can move fast? What are the examples? Or what do you do as a company to ensure that you are fast?
well, uh, for our buyer, take the designer, for example, when our customer designer comes to us with their own design, when we see their design and we will provide a program, provide a sample within 7 days.
Hmm.
They can
Okay,
get what they want in 1 week. That's what I mean fast.
that's good. So, 7 days for the
For
concept to
example,
a sample,
for the
yeah,
yes,
is fast. So you have the materials on
mm,
hand, you have an inventory of your fabrics and all the other incidental materials needed.
yeah. So we have materials in inventory. So when we receive an sample order, we can do that very fast.
So you can prepare a sample in 7 days.
Mhm.
And how about the production? What is your
Production
lead time?
lead time normally 45 days to 60 days for the bulk.
Okay, all right. So that's it for Nanjing Six Fu. Their key advantage is that they're fast, and
Mhm.
the example that Stone cited is they can produce a sample in a week's time, 7 days.
Yes, if it's a small order like 50 pieces or 100 pieces, we can even do within 15 days. Depends on uh, the size of the order.
Okay, thank you, Stone. Let's go to Sarah. Sarah, what is
Yeah.
the key advantage of sourcing from Jiangsu? What can you tell our buyer community? I know
Okay.
your company has a lot, but just tell us one. What is the most important advantage that buyers will get if they source from you?
Okay. Why source from Jiangsu province?
Yes,
Actually,
and
2 points is very important. First one is for the technology. As you see, for Jiangsu province, it is the main province in China, and for our company, it is located at the Suzhou city. And the Suzhou city for all of Chinese know it and want to go there for join like this. And actually for because our company do gas purification, and for Suzhou city it's the hometown of gas purification. That's important. Why? Because why it is the hometown? That means all of the technology is advanced in Jiangsu province. That means for any machine, the advanced technology is important. For foreign, that means for the maybe for to get the first advanced technology, it is very important for the machine industries. So Jiangsu province, it is the first key point. And the second point is Jiangsu point for Suzhou city. It is near to Shanghai port, and all over the worldwide, everybody know the Shanghai model city, and we are near to Shanghai city. This is the first. This is first very famous uh, how to say port. Shanghai port is near to us, and Jiangsu city also near to the Zhejiang city and Anhui city. No, Zhejiang province, Anhui province, and Zhejiang province also have many transport, many port like Shanghai port, Ningbo port. That means the delivery will be very fast. So,
Thank
but
you.
we can choose here other products. So delivery is very fast. This is the two main case for our Jiangsu province, the advantage.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. So,
Thank you.
you mentioned, yes, two key advantages. One is that Jiangsu is really
Yeah,
like an important technologically advanced
yeah,
place in China. And
yes,
there are
yes,
industrial parks there, and there are, I think, the provincial government is investing in advanced technology. So that's one you mentioned.
yes,
And second one is you are close to ports, important ports in the
yeah, yeah,
world.
yeah,
In like
yeah,
Shanghai port is a major port
yeah,
globally. So, and that's important for buyers because of, shipping. And indeed, Jiangsu has extensive transportation, land, rail, air. And as you mentioned, yes,
yeah,
Jiangsu port is like sort of an extension of the Shanghai port, right? One of the
yes,
busiest in the world, if not the busiest. So thank you. Buyers, you've heard from Stone and Sarah what the key advantages of sourcing from Jiangsu manufacturers are. Stone emphasized the quick response, the fast delivery, and Sarah mentioned Jiangsu's strength in terms of technology and the shipping advantages, the logistics,
yeah,
which
yes.
can be a problem if you're a buyer. So, thank you very much, Stone and Sarah, for having this conversation with us. It's quite short, but I hope we'll be able to feature you maybe in other when we have other chances, and we can talk to you again. And for international buyers, um, this is an important chance for you to get to know Jiangsu suppliers like Nanjing Six Fu and JIAYE Technology, represented here by Stone Lin and Sara Wang. Thank you to our guests.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you,
thank
Melanie.
you. That's it for today's episode of Global Sources Supplier Stories. You can find the links to the homepages of Stone Lin's company, Nanjing Six Fu, and Sarah's company, JIAYE Technology, in the description of this video. So if you want more information on their product range as well as their services, do check out the links. You will find the links in the description. Just to remind you, folks, the Jiangsu Online Show will be on until July 31, so do check out this show if you haven't yet. There's more than 1,000 verified supplier sources community on show with 200 subscribers. So do watch out for our upcoming live streams on topics about the sourcing industry. We are on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. On behalf of our mainstay host, Tom McGrenery, sorry, producer Joe Ngai, and our colleague Joe Chung, thank you for joining us. Hope to see you again on another episode of Supplier Stories. Thank you and good day, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Thank you, Stone and Sarah. Thank you,
Thank you.
Thank you.
folks. See you
See you again.
again.